Well, welcome. Hope you've having a good day, good week, good month. Today we are going to do a lab that revolves around creating a virtual machine scale set. And I have a couple paragraphs here just to give a brief overview of what a scale set is, in case you don't know. Some exciting news in a way. We're starting to move into more interesting labs and probably a little more difficult labs. This lab, we're going to try to follow this pattern whenever possible. We're going to start doing the labs both in PowerShell, and we started this with the last lab, both in PowerShell and using the portal. And when possible, start using ARM templates. Probably be a little bit later on in the series. Get to ARM templates because we'll start using those when we deploy larger environments, like maybe when we have an application gateway, talking to a traffic manager, going to some web apps that talk to a SQL server. That's where you really get into an advantage with Azure templates. But we'll see how it goes. All right, so a little talk for about 3 minutes about what a virtual machine is. Remember, the videos I'm creating are basically labs with just enough theory to help you understand the lab, hopefully. There's plenty of videos out there that talk theory, but I think there's a niche in the market that wants just more how to do and less of theory. So that's my goal. All right. A virtual machine scale set allows you to deploy and manage a set of identical, this is really important, auto scaling virtual machines. You can scale these VMs manually, or the really cool part is you could set up a CPU memory on demand or based on network traffic. And we're going to deploy using the following methods. We're going to use a CustomScriptExtension to define an IS site to scale. So we're going to create a scale set, and we're going to make that highly available. And our highly available application will be IIS. Create a load balancer for your scale set. Create a virtual machine to scale set. We're going to increase or decrease the number of instances in a scale set. And then create auto scale rules. So a little more talk about a scale set. A virtual machine scale set allows you to deploy and manage a set of identical auto-scaling virtual machines. VMs in a scale set are distributed across logic, fault, and update domains. And if you're not sure what logic, fault, and update domains are, we talk about those a little bit in the beginning VM series of creating VMs. And you just Google, and it's pretty straightforward. Placement groups are groups of similarly configured VMs similar to availability sets. All right, VMs are created as needed in a scale set. You define those auto-scale rules, control how and when VMs are added or removed from the scale set. These rules can be triggered based on metrics, just like we talked about up here, or network traffic, or they can be done manually. Interesting. Scale set support up to 1,000 VMs. For workloads with significant installation or VM customization requirements, you may wish to create a custom VM image. And that was our last lab where we created an image. You can create up to 300 VMs in a scale set when using a custom image. So you might want to know about these two numbers. I could see could be nice lab questions, right? These are the ones lab questions you don't want to miss for sure. You want to see this, see 1,000 or 300, just boom, go on to the next one. All right, so let's move on to our lab. All right, as I mentioned, we're going to do a scale set. And I made some variables for some common resources that we're going to refer throughout the PowerShell. So let's see if I can make this a little bigger. View, zoom in, view, zoom in, view, zoom in. There you go. Give you a, you can pause the video and write those down if you want, or you could just define your own or go as it is. So, all right. So first thing we want to do is we're going to create a scale set, and it's going to be called Speed Scale Set. And it's going to use the Windows Server 2016 Data Center platform. And the cool thing here is all the stuff, when I say stuff, all the network resources that we need will be auto created. So the virtual network will be created, the public IP address will be created, and the load balancers are automatically created. So pretty cool here. So let's get started. So new AzVm. It looks like SS. I'm going to scroll down there, pull that one. And we want to do, I hate when resource, IntelliSense is trying to go, stopping IntelliSense. IntelliSense timed out. Resource group. There we go. And our resource group name is going to be star rgname. And then we want location. And that's going to be good old East US. Next, VMScaleSetName. $VMScaleSetName. Then we want our virtual network name, which is going to be $VNetName. And then we want our subnet name. It's going to be $subnetName. And public IP address. And that's going to be $PIP. And then load balancer name. And let's go back over here. Let's try to make this a little bigger. And you can see we want these values here. So load balancer name is speed LB. Oh, I changed that. Is $LB name. $. And this is how it should work. These should show up. And we got one more. Upgrade policy mode. And we want automatic. All right. So looking at our command, we got resource group name, rgname, location in the East US. VMScaleSetName. VMScaleSetName. Excellent. Virtual network name equals VNetName. Subnet name is equal to subnet name. And then our public IP address is equal to $PIP. And LB name is equal to that. And we got that. So we should be ready to rock. Let's go. Look what I did. I never put these in memory. So let's do that. Okay. As you saw, I was getting a lot of errors, so I paused the video. And I think it's important. I could edit it out, but I think sometimes it's valuable when you see a mistake. I think a lot of us make the same mistakes. And sometimes make the same mistake over and over again. And you can see I forgot to put quotes around my values. So I got the quotes now. I'll run here and we get no problem. Now we'll run this script, and kaboom. And it wants me to supply a username. There we go. And we're off. Now this will run for a while. I'm going to pause the video and my script's at 75%. It's been running for about 3 minutes. Just did a refresh here. I have my resource group. And when I click on my resource group, I should see for fun what resources are created already for us. Yeah, 100%. And notice that it's pretty cool. We got our, let's see, let's make sure this completes. We made our load balancer for us, made us our public IP address. It created the scale set, and it created the virtual network. All with this one command. Pretty good, I say. About. So now we have our scale set built, and next we want to install a web application to test. So we're going to use a Azure CustomScriptExtension, and it's going to download and run a script that installs IIS on our VM instances. So I have the script here. I'm going to include it in the description of the lab. Feel free to copy and paste. So I'm going to go ahead and run it. Let's see what we get. So basically it's going to install IIS for us on our ScaleSet VMs. Okay, we are back and we're ready to test our scale set, because we deployed the scale set, which included the VMs, all the necessary networking stuff. That was done via this script up through 1 through line 8, and then we used script from line 11 through 37 to install IIS as well as a little IIS app so we could test it out. So what we want to do is get our public IP address, and the easiest way to do that is just go to the portal, and there it is. So we'll copy it to our clipboard, open up a new IP address, do a little paste, and we should get something from Hello World. Let's see how it goes. Yes. I think I know what we didn't do yet. On our VMs, we're being blocked. So our next step is going to be open up some firewall rules on our VMs. I skipped a step there.